In this lecture, I'll be talking about high availability. If you're going to run your cluster in production, you're going to want to have all your master services in a high availability setup. This setup looks like this. You're going to cluster etcd, at least you're going to run 3 etcd nodes. If you just run one and etcd fails, then Kubernetes is not working anymore. So you need at least 3 ones for high availability. You're going to replicate your API service with a load balancer. And you're going to run multiple instances of the scheduler and the controllers. Only one of them will be the leader, the other ones are going to be on standby. Here is an overview of the etcd clusters that are typically run. You can run 1, you don't have high availability. You can run 3, this is a typical setup. Or if you start getting a really big cluster, then you're going to run 5 etcd nodes. So this is then how the architecture looks like with high availability. If you take a look at the top left, kube control is now going to connect to a load balancer. So are the Kubernetes nodes. They're also going to connect to this load balancer. This load balancer will then go to the REST interfaces on either master 1 or master 2. Typically, if you're going to go for high availability, you're going to want 3 nodes. Every node is unique, so you just have to spin up multiple master nodes with the same image or the same software. The REST API will communicate with etcd, not shown on this graph. But then you also have the components that make changes to the API, like the scheduler and the controller manager. You can only have one active scheduler and one active controller manager. That's why on master 2 and on any other masters, you will see that they are grayed out. They are on standby. You then also have a kubelet installed on your masters, and you can also have monit, which will then monitor kubelet. A cluster like Minikube doesn't really need HA. It's only a 1 node cluster. If you are going to use a production cluster on AWS, kops can do the heavy lifting for you. If you are running on another cloud platform, have a look at the kube deployment tools for that platform. kubeadmin is a tool that is in alpha, but it's very promising that can set up a cluster for you. If you are on a platform without any tooling, have a look at this URL to implement it yourself. In the next demo, I will show you how to modify the kop setup to run multiple master nodes.